Hi, welcome guys to the next Blender tutorial. So today we're going to be looking at making, oops, I've dropped my notes, a coffee cup. Which I do believe in the last tutorial that I did, I was talking about perhaps making that coffee cup into porcelain kind of look. It'd be great if I didn't nudge my camera, but alas, here we are. Alright, so in the last tutorial we were talking about file management. If you guys haven't already sorted out your files, so we made a folder of 2025, because these videos are coming out in 2025, so that all of your projects are in one place, because I kept losing all of my projects when I was younger, and I can't find half of them nowadays. So if you guys have great file management when you're starting this out, it'll help you in the future, because you'll be able to go back and see where you came from project wise, and where you are now. Okay, so let's start off with the settings to begin with. So we notice that the render engine that we were using is default Eevee, so we're going to be changing to cycles because these whole tutorials are cycles. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete the default cube. Just one second, I don't have my key loggers on here, one sec. Okay, so I'm just going to get the screencast keys up for you guys so that you can see what I'm doing and you know what I'm supposed to be pressing. But, oh, there we are. They weren't coming up then. Alright, so to start off with a cup, a porcelain cup, I have one. We have a prop. Right. No, I was gonna cover that up. So we have the cup. It's should we say that it's a novelty cup that I have? So this is a cup that we have that we're gonna be modeling. As you guys can see, I'm trying to cover up any marks or franchising so that I don't get demonetized. Right, so I have my beautiful little cup set right there. So first and foremost, this is going to be a handle deal and also a cup deal. So it's going to be two objects that we're going to be working with. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it. It's fine. Especially if you're new to all of this, you're gonna want some guidance. So we're going to go up to the top, which is mesh. We're going to go for circle. A lot of people will go for a cylinder with one of these projects. To be honest with you, I don't like doing that because I feel like you have less control over what you're doing. So when you click the circle, you will get something like this. So what you want to do, go over to object mode, edit mode, and then we are going to press S for scale, just to scale it out. Now you've noticed that this object has vertices, it has points that we can work with, but it doesn't have faces. So what we're going to do is we're going to click A to select everything, and then we're going to press F, and this will give us a face. It's F for fill. So I'm going to split this screen in half so you guys can see what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one face wireframe so that you can see what's going on the inside. So press 1 on your number pad if that's something that you'd like to copy. And then I'm going to work on the second screen. So I'm going to go ahead and press E for extrude. And this will be the base of the cup. So we're just going to pull this out a little bit. Now try not to go against the grain of the axes. Because if you go against the grain of the axes, you'll make a very wobbly looking cup. And also rotate your camera regularly so that you make sure that the object is the right height for what you need it for. So for the bottom of the cup, as you guys can see, covering up logos and so forth, it's very smooth along the bottom, if you guys can see that. So we're going to make a smooth kind of upwards cup. So I'll work on that with you. So E for extrude again. And then we're just going to scale it outwards. E for extrude. Scale outwards. E for extrude. And the more of these vertices that we do and the more faces that we do, the smoother it will look in the end. So don't just go from A here to B here. You need to go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. You know what I mean? Because otherwise your objects will start to have this very flat look to them and the light won't bounce very well. So we're going to go E for extrude again, and we're just going to go a little bit outwards, and every time that we go up we're going to go outwards. I'm just going to press G and just move this up a little bit because I think that I went a little bit too close to that vertices. E again, and just a little bit out. So once we've got to the top of the cup, we notice that it's very sharp on the edges. We don't want this, we don't want the sharpness. So what we're going to do is we're going to go E up, and I'm just going to bring you to the corner here if you can see that. So you notice it's a very sharp kind of 90-degree angle that we're working out, like this kind of very mean 90-degree angle. So we're just going to scale the top vertices here inwards, and then we're going to press E for extrude, and we're just going to go slightly up, scale inwards again. So you've kind of got this very smooth kind of edge to the cup, and then we're going to go into the cup. Okay, so you'll notice that this is selected here at the top, which is a toggle X-ray. If you click the toggle X-ray, you'll be able to see what's going on in the inside of the object. If you don't have the toggle X-ray switched on, you won't be able to see anything. So I would highly suggest at this point that you turn on the toggle X-ray. So now we want to go E again, and this is going to be the top part of the cup. This will be the lip of the cup. So you want to just gently just go in, and it's just going to be a small little ridge on the edge, just as so. So now we're right on the edge. We're going to start going into the cup. So E for extrude again, and you just want to go down just slightly, and then we're going to scale inwards just slightly. Then we're going to go E for extrude, go down again, just one more section, and you can see in this part of the section that we've now gone inside of the cup. So this is the lip of the cup, just here, and then we've got this massive void, which is going to be the porcelain. So this is the thickness of the cup. Okay, so then we're going to go E for extrude, and you can see that we're coming inside of the cup here. So we're just going to go S and scale outwards just slightly so that we can complete that lip. E for extrude, and all we're going to do is we're just going to follow the outside of the cup all the way down until we get to the base of the cup, and then I'll tell you what we need to do then. There's many people that say to me that I should be doing, just come up to the edge of the cup and then do E for extrude and then edit everything. To be honest with you, I like more control over my work. I like to, I don't know, like, I think the quality assessor in me, I used to work as a quality assessor, I think the quality assessor in me is going, no, don't do it like that, because that's kind of cheating, and you don't get full control over your projects. So we're going to go E for extrude again. Just trace that down. So this yellow bit's on the inside and the black bit's on the outside, yeah? And then we're going to go E for extrude, just try and follow the vertices, so to speak. So as you're going down with the E for extrude, just go S for scale and just bring it in just a little bit. Because with porcelain cups, they are quite thick. So, you know what, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. I'm just going to make that a little bit thicker on the inside there. E for extrude, bring that down. And then we're going to pull that in again. And then E for extrude, and then we'll pull this in. Now you notice that we're getting to the end here. So porcelain cups tend to be very thick at the bottom. The most thickest part of the porcelain cup, for sure, is the base of the cup. So what we're going to do, we're going to curve the bottom. Alright, just need to grab a quick drink. I've got a little bit of a cold going on. Right, so we were at the bottom, we were curving the bottom. So E for extrude. So, oh, sorry, let me put that back. So we're going to go E for extrude, And then at the bottom here, we're just going to scale this all the way in. So you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm just going to press Control Z, go back up to this vertices. I'm going to go E, come back down again. And then we're just going to start scaling in from this point, I believe. Sorry if anyone's copied that. I just realised that I needed a little bit more room for the bottom there. So this is why this has happened. So adjustments, just make some slight adjustments there to what you need this object to do. And then we're just going to scale it all the way in at the bottom. So once we've got that, which is our entire wireframe, I'll show you on this one what I've got. You'll be left with this, which is almost like a bowl kind of shape. And I mean, you could save this as a bowl if you wanted to, and then you could come back to it and then save it as a completely different project and make it a coffee cup if you wanted to. So you notice that this is very kind of bumpy. It's got a lot of faces to it. So what we're going to do, right click, shade smooth. And then this will be the basis for our coffee cup. Now it doesn't quite look the way that my coffee cup does, but it is just the basic shape. So when it comes to making the handle, there are many different ways that you can do this. I'm going to teach you a basic way of making one, and then later on, if we make more cups, I'll teach you a more advanced way. But since a lot of people who are watching these tutorials, you know, they're looking at basic stuff, I'm going to teach you the basic way. So start with a cube. Go to Add and Mesh and then Cube. You'll notice that your cube arrives in the middle of the cross section of the vertices and axes. So we're going to go G, we're just going to move it up. And we're going to move it up to the side of the cup. Oops. Yep. So it should stay like this. And then we're going to go S for scale. And we're just going to go along the Y axis. Just as so. And then we're going to go X for scale again, go across the X axis, so you'll end up with a little object just like this. If we go G, just move it back a little bit from the main cup, let's scale that down. Okay, so this is the part where things get a little bit more complicated, but it's very easy to do. So we're going to select the faces. So we're going to select the top face. We're going to go E for extrude. Then we are going to rotate, R for rotate. And just rotate it in just slightly. Your best guess, wherever you'd like to rotate. E for extrude. Then we will press R for rotate. You need to rotate towards the cup. The more vertices that you have in there, the smoother it will look. E again, and we're just going to continue to move that till we've got a good solid kind of handle. Right, I'm going to try and make this so it's flush to that. So I'll zoom in a little bit so I can show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to put this against here. So we'll put G and put that one. So you're going to have to do the same to the other side as well. It's good practice to do everything like this. Later on, I'll show you ways that you can do this a lot easier. But for now, I'm going to show you the way that I was kind of taught on how to do it. So just move your vertices inwards, E for extrude. I think it's nice to work things out the older way that people were taught how to do it, because then you have an understanding of where certain things came from with CG. Then we're going to extrude, and then for this one I'm going to get it on roughly the same line, so I want to rotate that so it's straight. Up there slightly and go across. Right, so that's your basic kind of shape for your handle. Gonna smooth that out. So now what I'm going to do, because this handle looks a little bit too pressed up against the glass, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this outwards, like so. Then we're going to go to G, place it up against the glass. Now trust the process on this bit, because it kind of looks a little bit off. So we notice that the glass curves inwards just slightly. So we want to just rotate just slightly to accommodate. Never push the glass into the inside. Push the handle into the inside of the cup. You want it just on the outside so that the vertices don't interact. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Control R to make vertices around the outside. Click that on, and then I'm going to go Scale. This will give it a little bit of a curve around the outside. And then these vertices on the middle, I'm just going to click the vertices in the middle. Press Shift and then Control, and this will, and then you're going to click on the inside, and this will basically put you for the inside vertices. And we're just going to press Scale just to make this go outwards a little bit more. And I'm just going to add a couple more vertices here. Press A, subdivide, just makes it a little bit smoother. Now you'll notice that the vertices have got in the middle here. So what I'm going to do with those is just come on to this one right here. Select anything that's on the inside. Pull that back and then scale it down. Just drag that back on the inside. So now we have no vertices on the inside of the cup. Also with this side, I don't like how smooth it is, so I'm just going to go into the modifiers, let's go to smooth. I just smooth that out just a little bit. And there we go. That is the basic coffee cup kind of design that you guys can do. With that bit smaller, you guys could probably make this a lot neater, but this is the way that I was taught to do my basic coffee cups. So you've got nothing on the inside, but you have the handle on the outside. That will make a basic prop if you're putting that in your background. Something basically that people might not notice as much. You could stick that on a shelf or something. It's just a kind of room filler, if you will. So yeah, thank you for watching this tutorial, and we'll be working on the next one. Bye.